Caution! You're about to enter the jackpot zone. PAYLINES News starts now. Hello, everybody, and welcome to my new show, PAYLINES News Network. How is everybody doing today? My name is Charles Peterson. When we get breaking news, we're going to be having a lot of fun here. How is everybody doing? I want to wish everyone a happy Memorial Day. Let's start it. This is PAYLINES News Network. How is everybody doing? I'm glad to see you, everybody in the chat. I'm going off script, and I really don't care. But thank you very much for joining us tonight. This is a new. Oh, we got some breaking news already. Mr. Classic TV, thank you very much for your $1.11 super chat. I appreciate it, and welcome to the show. Now, this is kind of a complicated show, and I think I do need a director and that sort of thing. And I just want to thank you all for being here. Don't forget to smash that like button or that thumbs up button. And if you're watching us on Twitch, go ahead and follow the channel and that sort of stuff. So, thank you very much for joining us. Let's get on with the show. First of all, I hit this button right here. Okay. All right. First of all, I would like to thank all of my Patreon members for supporting the channel, which can bring us creative content like this. I mean, isn't this fantastic? We got everybody in the chat. I want to thank all of these people that are on the screen right now. Thank you for being Patreon members. And if you would like to become a Patreon member and support the show, you can go ahead and do so by typing in !Patreon. And now let's go ahead and get on with the news. While Memorial Day is honoring... What am I doing? You are live, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm sorry, this is a serious show. While Memorial Day is honoring... Oh, I gotta start this, okay? All right, there we go. Hello and welcome to the show. This is fantastic. All right. While Memorial Day is honoring military personnel who died in services... businesses across the nation are showing veterans and active duty military personnel a little love to thank them for their service. Now, what I want to ask you guys, and we're going to go ahead and go to the chat here, but what I want to ask you guys is, do you guys go to the casino on Monday? Let's get to the chat right now. We're going to the chat right now. There's the chat. What do you guys think? Do you guys go to the casino at all during the holidays, or do you avoid it? Let's go to the chat right now. Thank you for joining us here on the PAYLINES News Network. Let's see. Adam H. says no, he does not. Jennifer B. says no, I'm going to work on Monday. Sizzling Slot Jackpot says Mondays can be good. Fernando says I go every day. Fernando, do you have a slot channel? All right, thank you. Tim says, I never go. Hell fucking yes, says Air Bear. I just cursed on the first ever PAYLINES News Network. Isn't that fantastic? Let's go to the next story. Thank you very much for being here. Master Grow Yoda says yes. Slotting Around says Pussy Nation Network. No, that's PAYLINE. The PNN stands for... PAYLINES News Network, and we're going to be getting a very heated show tonight. So let me go ahead and just pause a moment here, and let's see if I click this off, and we'll go here. There we go. So what this show is going to involve in is a lot of news stories about slot games and casino-related news. And we'll also have special guests on in future episodes where we can go ahead and interview slot channels and patrons and this sort of thing. And it will be a fantastic show. Now, I don't know how often we'll do the show, but it will be fantastic and you guys will love it. Okay? Let's get on with the news, please. All right, our first news is the River Spirit Casino to be closed until further notice due to flooding. So ahead of what should have been a really busy weekend this weekend, the River Spirit Casino will be closed until further notice due to flooding. 2 concerts have already been canceled, and a large event scheduled for Friday night was canceled. This casino is located in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The 483-room hotel, now surrounded by water, sold out tonight through Monday. As many as 20,000 guests would have been on hand, with many around the pool. Hopefully they were skinny dipping. But tonight it's lights out. Darkness has also taken over the casino floor. The closing could be extended due to the river conditions and cleanup. City and state officials toured the property Friday afternoon. No water has made its way to the buildings on the casino floor, but it's all outside, all around the building, and if you were to go into the River Park Trail, it's at least 4 feet underwater. As soon as the water recedes and cleanup will begin. The casino says that all 1,800 employees will be paid during the closing. All right, let's go ahead and go to the chat right now. Chat, what do you think of that news story? Do you think that that they should open up under flooding conditions, or should they stay closed? I say they should stay closed. And you know what? That is awesome that this casino is actually paying their employees. I mean, that's fantastic. I mean, I don't know if talking stick locally when it closed. I say they should open and turn on those slot machines so we can record some slot videos for my channel. That's what I say. Thank you very much. Sounds like a lot of wet carpets. It could be a lot of wet carpets by the lake. That is a very good point. Let's go to the chat here. There we go. There's the chat. Smokey says slotting is wetter than a casino. I would agree, depending on the bonuses you get. Some games make me wet when I trigger a bonus, and then you got to burn up a cigarette to dry your shit out. But yes, thank you very much. Dave Nutter says, bring in the fairy. Dave, I like that attitude. That is fantastic. Let's go to our next story of the evening. Is the party over for Jackpot Party? The Ultimate Party Spin, which is the newest jackpot party, I think is ending its time. You know why? Because the new Planet Moolah is coming out, and I was wondering if you guys are excited about the new invaders from the Planet Moolah. It is housed in the newest cabinet that the Ultimate Party Spin Jackpot Party is in. And now that the game is released, is it the end of days for the Jackpot Party? We all love the new Jackpot Party that comes in the massive 55-inch top screens, but now with the new Invaders Attack from Planet Moolah being officially released, will casinos replace Jackpot Party with the new game, or will they set up another massive banks so they can keep both games? My prediction is your casino's going to take them out and replace it with the new game. Okay? I think the new the new Planet Moolah looks fantastic. And if you guys have not seen video footage of this game from G2E, it is a game that you're going to want to play. I thought it looked hilarious and all of that other stuff. A little bit about Invaders from Planet Moolah. It's actually called Invaders Attack from Planet Moolah. It will be a 5-reel, 30-line game showcased on the dramatic Twin Star Ultra cabinet featuring a 55 top screen. It's in UHD, not in 4K, but UHD. The Invaders Attack includes all of the game features players love from the original classic, including cascading reels. The special cow symbols are also back, awarding thrilling features and bonuses, including, yes, the Unicow. You heard it here first on PNN News. The Unicow is coming back. Players are granted the new spaceship bonus, a spin of a 2-tiered wheel, possibly with credit awards and progressive jackpots. What are your thoughts on the new Planet Moolah? Let's go to the chat right now. We're going to go to the chat. Chat, what do you think about the new Planet Moolah? And the all-time question is, will the Unicow be back? The Unicow will be back. And our Air Bear says, what the hell is a unicorn? Unicow is what we're looking for in the new Planet Moolah. Marge says she wants to play it now. Delana wants to play it. Thank you, Delana and Marge, for being here. Sage Sister number 2 can't wait for it. Dave Nutter's in the chat. Thank you very much for being here, Dave. So it looks like, is it in Vegas now? No. So they have released the game. It's on their website. You can check it out at sggaming.com. Check it out. When the games are on the website, they are available for casinos to get. So hopefully we'll be able to see some Unicow footage very soon. All right. Justin says, never seen it. Well, it's not out yet. So hopefully we'll be able to bring that back. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we got more exciting news for you here on PNN, the PAYLINES News Network. We'll be right back. welcome back to PAYLINES News Network. My name is Charles. Welcome back to the show. Let's get back to the news, okay? We're going back to the news. The tram is back. You would almost not know this tram exists. It runs between parking garages of the hotels, the Mirage and the Treasure Island. It is a simple cable-hauled rubber tire tram. The distance is very short, but the excitement of going to Treasure Island is even bigger. But the long-running tram that shuttles guests between Treasure Island and the Mirage is back in operation. After being shut down for much of last year, the above-ground tram reopened in November after being refurbished. Shortly after reopening, a bull wheel, a 7-foot, 2-ton steel wheel, broke on the tram in December, resulting in the system being shut down yet again until this week. Maybe a couple weeks. The former the Treasure Island announced the reopening via post on the resort property's Twitter account, exclaiming, "The tram is back." The Treasure Island Mirage tram system, which first opened up in 1993, features 2 cars with each sporting 50-person capabilities. Guests can ride the Treasure Island tram from 9 a.m. to 1 a.m. Sunday through Thursday and 9 a.m. until 3 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. Of course, because it's Treasure Island, there is no fee to ride the tram. Now, I have been personally on this tram. Thank you very much for being here tonight, everybody. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up. What am I doing here? Does it look fantastic? Welcome to the show. Oh, maybe I should be like that. Okay. I see, everything is different. All right. All right. So have any of you let's go to the chat right now. We're going to go to the chat. Have any of you actually been on the Treasure Island tram? Let me know right now by responding. I will read your messages live on tonight's show. Let's see. Treasure Island is a strip club casino. Smokey, it is a strip casino, and it is one of the fantastic casinos, in my opinion, as far as value goes. If you're looking like me, I like free stuff in Vegas. You get free parking, optional resort fees at the Treasure Island, and also they are very good at rewarding free play. All right, who's been on here? Let's see. What do we got in the chat here? Nope, never been to TI. Scotty B, you need to get your ass over to TI. Is this show fucking nonsense or what? Everyone's looking fantastic. All right. Once the tram stayed at New York, New York. Now, has anyone that has been on the tram, have they been stuck on the tram? Air Bear's only been on the Disney's monorail. Casino Countess, that's a good way to get banned from the channel by saying it smells. Can't keep a straight face. Never stuck on the ram. Okay. Well, Shannon, that's fantastic, and thank you very much for joining. Hey, Paylines, how's it going? Thank you, Dogs3447 over on the Twitch for following and watching and that sort of thing. Let's go to the next story, okay? Next story. Here we go. Thank you, chat, for responding. Our next story is a game called IGT Power Bucks, okay? IGT announced that it has expanded its Power Bucks footprint in Canada with the recent deployment of the millionaire-making wide-area progressive game at Grey Rock Casino in New Brunswick, Canada. New Brunswick is the 4th Canadian province to feature this omni-channel progressive game. Players at Grey Rock Casino can now win a life-changing jackpot at any bet level while playing the Power Bucks Wheel of Fortune winning wedges game on the Crystal Wheel gaming machine. The game's jackpot is attached to the Power Bucks liquidity pool that combines play from the casino, desktop, tablet, and mobile Power Buck games across all participating provinces. IGT is a proud to extend the success of Megabucks to the casinos in Canada. All right. What do you think about Power Bucks going from being linked to your phone, to the casino, to your television set, to your adult toys? Powerbucks will be the world's first omni-channel wide area progressive game that links jackpot pools between the land-based, mobile, and desktop versions, and it is to deliver some of the largest slot jackpots in Canada. How awesome is that? Since making its Canada debut in 2016, Powerbucks minted 8 millionaires. 8 of them. I can count those on my fingers, okay? 8. That's 8. All right? All right. Thank you very much for joining us on tonight's show. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we got more news for you, including what's going on with the channel. We'll be right back after these messages. Hello and welcome back. Thank you very much for joining us here on the PAYLINES News Network. We're going to go ahead and continue with the show. Our next story of the evening, thank you. Oh, don't forget, folks, to thumbs up this video. And, I don't know. Thank you all for being here tonight. We're going to go ahead and continue the news. I want to thank everybody for watching this pilot show. Now, this is the first time I'm doing this, folks, so you got to give me a little bit of, you just got to give me a couple of shows to work this out, but we're having a fantastic time. Let's get back to the news. Here we go. Chris Lane. Does anyone in the chat know who Chris Lane is? Chris Lane had a terrific run, and we're going to go to poker news now. Chris Lane has had a terrific run in the World Series of Poker circuit, Harrah's New Orleans main event, to claim the title and his first ever gold ring from the series. Chris Lane outlasted 582 entries to... Oh, my Lord, that's going too quick. Hold on. Yeah, we got a teleprompter here. Who cares? All right, here we go. Okay. Take 2. Chris Lane outlasted 582 entries to be crowned the last main event winner of the 2018-2019 World Series of Poker. It's still going too quick. Okay, all right, okay. The player collected over 185,000 for his efforts and his first ever gold ring from the series. Lane had a shaky start to the main event, but things improved significantly in the second half of day 1, where he never really looked back from that point until he scooped the title and the lion's share of $881,000 over that amount. Lane is not playing poker professionally, but he has been a regular participant in the circuit events over the past 6 years. He himself told the World Series of Poker circuit staff that after his triumph last night, the player is graphic designer living a driving distance from 3 different circuit stops. I fucked up. Lane has bagged and tagged a nice stack at the end of day 1 of the World Series of Poker, Harrah's New Orleans main event. And throughout the 3 days of action, he stayed near the top of the chip counts chart, which certainly gave him quite some confidence to eventually claim the title and accompanying the golden ring, which could be used for the next Lord of the Rings movie. We don't know. The final day of the last main event of the season kicked off at noon local time at the host casino, Harrah's Cherokee, with Dustin Stewart as the chip leader. Lane was about mid-stacked at the beginning of day 3 action and maintained his momentum for the previous 2 days. It took only one level of play for the start of the day, field of 8 finalists to be whittled down to just the final 4. Lane's final run, down to only 4 players, Lane took off quickly. The player was responsible for all 3 eliminations that occurred next. He first busted out John Klesak. John Crescent in the 4th place. John Guidry was Lane's next victim. Finally, it was between Lane and the start of the day chip leader Dustin Stewart to determine who will claim the title. Stewart was running for his second WSOP circuit title and gold ring, while Lane was eyeing his first title and piece of jewelry from the series. The two-handed match began with the finalists being nearly even in chips. Can you believe that? And this means it could only have been a long duel. However, Lane sealed his victory within an hour. Of the relatively short heads up, the brand new World Series of Poker Circuit champion said that he started catching cards left and right constantly, and that it felt great as he had never had cards just come to me like this before. As mentioned above, Lane collected $185,000 for his victory and a gold ring. His first one ever. The player also secured a seat into the upcoming Global Casino Championship, everybody. Lane told WSOP circuit staff that he plans to take a shot at the World Series of Poker main event in Vegas this summer. He really wanted those gold rings. He couldn't call Zales. He wanted to win it through playing cards because he is a gambler like we all are. Is this the news? Yes, Krasta. Thank you very much. Let's go to the chat and check in with the chat. All right, chat. Now, what do you think? Would you play some poker to win gold rings? I would play poker to win free play so I can go to the slot machines and play on the slots. That's what I would do. Hello, Christine. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you all for being here. Poker in the front. There we go. Mega Iowa Cubbies has spoken, and we should all follow his words because he's now Mega Iowa Cubbies. Poker, I don't even know. I don't even play poker. I once sat down at a table to play poker, and I don't know what the hell happened, but in 5 minutes, all my chips were gone. And that's a fact here on the PAYLINES News Network. Iowa Cubbies, I prefer blackjack as well. Thank you very much for joining. Oh, look at I'm over there too. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay. Let's go to the next piece of news here. Okay, let's see. We got to go to this. Caesars to rebrand Horseshoe Southern Indiana and add a sports book as part of the ongoing expansion. Sell South Africa business to focus on the core markets. How about this news story? Nope, see, you're going too quickly for me. I cannot present that quick. Caesars Entertainment has announced that it would rebrand its Horseshoe Southern Indiana property as part of an ongoing $85 million expansion. The operator will also add a sports book to the casino existing offering. It has also become known. Caesars broke ground on the property's $85 million expansion last June. The whole project is expected to be completed in 2020. Caesars expects to debut the casino's portion of the Southern Indiana complex in late 2019. There are a lot of casinos that are doing some revamps here in 2020. We got one down the street from the studio, and that will be open in 2020 as well. Or excuse me, at the end of this year, so right before 2020. Horseshoe Southern Indiana will become Caesars Southern Indiana as part of its revamp. The project involves the relocation of existing riverboat casinos onto dry land. Caesars is building a 100,000 square foot gaming facility near the existing Horseshoe Southern Indiana Hotel. The new brick and mortar casino will feature additional slot machines, table games, and poker, as well as a bar and a lounge. Well, thank God, so we can get shit-faced and max bet. The Horseshoe Southern Indiana will remain operational under the same name while expansion is being carried out. As mentioned earlier, the casino portion of the complex is expected to open its doors by the end of the year. 5 new restaurants and other facilities are on track to be launched in 2020. Now, sports betting arrives to Horseshoe Southern Indiana. Indiana is become the 10th state to legalize sports betting after Governor Holcomb signed into a law a bill authorizing the practice. I guess you got to practice before you do it. Under the new law, the State Gaming Commission will start accepting applications for conducting sports betting on July 1st, 2019, just in time for the 4th of July holiday. Caesars, which recently announced a sports betting content and data distribution deal with ESPN, revealed plans to tap into Indiana's, and this is a sports market, the company said in a recent statement. Horseshoe Southern Indiana expansion will be also include the addition of a sports book at the property. In a separate round of news, folks, Caesars sells South African business. I have never been to South Africa, so I have no idea what kind of casinos are in this, okay? In a separate round of news today, announced last week that they sold 70% stake in the Emerald Resort Casino in blah, 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 South Africa. Casinos and resorts, blah, blah, blah. Caesars will receive 39 million. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? Caesars will receive $39 million in cash for the hotel and casino resort. The remaining 30% stake is owned by local minority partners. The Las Vegas casino giant said in a press release from Wednesday that it will continue operating the property until the transaction is finalized, which is expected to happen in the third quarter of the year. What do we think about Caesars news? I think it's fantastic news, and I think a lot of people go to Caesars properties to get their free play and free rooms. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. Speaking of Little Caesars, Treasure Island has a strong interest in buying Caesars properties on the Strip, which the owner reveals. Treasure Island owner, how you doing? Treasure Island owner Phil Ruffin is interested in purchasing the properties owned by Caesars Entertainment Corporation. The Colorado businessman finds himself telling the Las Vegas Review-Journal last week. News about Mr. Ruffin's interest in expanding his company portfolio with the Caesars Hotel and Casino Resorts arrived as the Las Vegas powerhouse's largest stockholder, New York activist investor Carl Icahn, is pressing it to sell itself or devise the properties. Okay? Thank you very much. Mr. Ruffin said that he is particularly interested in buying Caesars properties on the Las Vegas Strip. The company's strip catalog includes the flagship Caesars Palace. Oh, we got breaking news. Hold on, we got breaking news. Let's go to our reporter. We got Adam H with the $1.99 super chat. TI owner does not have enough money to buy Caesars. That is just negative and untrue information. The way they run Treasure Island is so fantastic that I bet you it's profitable. Mr. Ruffin, though, has revealed that he could pay $1 billion in cash and raise even more debt for Caesars property on the Strip if the gaming and hospitality giant succumbs to pressure from its largest stockholder. Okay, so this could be Treasure Island, and over there could be Harrah's, okay? The Treasure Island owner went on to explain that Caesars has some great locations, and they would have strong interest. Mr. Ruffin also added that his company has no debt, which means they can borrow a lot of money if they found the right deal. And I will agree, I just said it before, folks. Treasure Island, they're doing something right over there, okay? The Colorado businessman is optimistic that they can borrow up to 6 times the cash flow of a property they might have interest in. He also noted that the Strip properties with an annual cash flow of between $200 million and $300 million are primary interest. That is insane. As Caesars Strip property could be valued at least $2 billion. Unbelievable. According to SunTrust Robinson Humphrey, analyst for Barry Jonas, Strip casino resorts should be able to sell for an amount equivalent to at least 10 times their annual cash flow. This means that Mr. Ruffin might have to pay at least $2 billion for the Caesars complex in one of the world's most popular casino hubs. Fantastic. The Treasure Island owner, who has a $3 billion net worth, has history of successful and timely purchases of Las Vegas Strip properties. In 1997, folks, the Colorado real estate developer bought the New Frontier Hotel for approximately $165 million and sold it in 2007 for $1.2 billion. The sale took place a year before the Great Recession hit in Las Vegas and the rest of the world, causing catastrophes, disturbances in Sin City's casinos and real estate markets. The timely disposal of the New Frontier Hotel left Mr. Ruffin as one of the few people, folks, one of the few people with cash on the Strip at the time. The businessman was able to purchase Treasure Island from MGM Resorts International in late 2008 for $775 million. The transaction basically saved. Listen to this, folks. If you are a fan of Treasure Island, you need to listen to this very closely. I'm going to repeat it. The transaction basically saved MGM Properties from bankrupt. Okay? But, you know, folks, I got to be honest with you. Mr. Ruffin has not only been the only potential Caesars buyer to have expressed interest in the casino behemoth that currently operates more than 50 properties across the 4 continents. It emerged recently that Nevada casino operator El Dorado Resorts has been granted access to Caesars financial data and that the company was exploring reversed takeover of its larger counterpart. Texas billionaire and owner of the Golden Nugget chain for casinos Till Fertitta has too shown interest in Caesars. The businessman approached the casino powerhouse last fall, but his offer was rejected. Let's go to the chat and see how the chat responds to that. Thank you very much for joining us on tonight's show, the PAYLINES News Network. My name is Charles Peterson. Don't forget to smash that like button. Thank you. Freckleface, thank you very much for joining us. Freckleface is a great format. Chillin' and Grillin', thank you very much for joining us tonight. I also want to wish you all a happy Memorial Day. I want to thank you all for being here tonight on this epic new show that we will be working on and providing you with great content. And we have some breaking news. Thank you very much, Adam H., for your $2 super chat. Says PNN found to be biased towards Treasure Island. This is the no jackpot zone. Or excuse me. This is the jackpot zone. We are not biased news, okay? We are not biased. We are 50-50, okay? We take all of the facts and we give them to you because that's what you want on this Memorial Day. Okay? I would love to see you again on another episode of PAYLINES News Network, but I'm out of the news. Let's take a look at the chat and see what is the chat saying. What do you guys think of this new show? We're going to have some special guests. We're going to have some good news. We're going to have fantastic. And I want to thank you all for being here on tonight's show. I want you to make sure that you thumbs up this video. And we would love to see you again here on the PAYLINES News Network. We're going to have some interviews. We're going to have some fantastic people on the show. Just you wait. We're going to have pizza parties. We're going to have cupcake parties. We're going to have fruit parties. We're going to have all kinds of parties here on the PAYLINES News Network. My name is Charles. Thank you very much for joining us. I hope you all love it. And we will see you on the next 60 Minutes Live that is coming up. Also, I want to thank my Patreon members, every one of you, for making this show possible. Thank you all for watching the PAYLINES News Network. My name is Charles, and we will see you on the next show, whenever that will be. Happy slotting, everybody. Happy Memorial Day, and we will see you live at the casino.